Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to continue our fairy tale unit by reading the story Sleeping Beauty. This version is by Amanda Askew, illustrated by Isha Rubio. Long ago, there lived a king and queen who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Rose. The king could not contain his joy. He held a great feast to celebrate. He invited his friends, family, and 12 fairies who lived in his kingdom. After an amazing feast, each of the fairies gave Rose a magical gift. The first fairy gave the gift of kindness. The second gave her the gift of beauty. And the third, the gift of intelligence. As the 12th fairy was about to give her gift, the party was interrupted by the arrival of a 13th fairy. The 13th fairy was very angry she had not been invited. Everyone had forgotten her because she had not left her tower in years. She cursed the child. When the princess is 15 years old, she will prick her finger with a spindle and fall down dead. The king and queen fell to the floor sobbing. The 12th fairy, whose gift had not been given, stepped forward. Fear not, Rose shall not die. Instead, she will fall into a deep sleep lasting 100 years and will be woken by true love's kiss. Over the years, the promises of the fairies came true. Rose grew to be kind, beautiful, and intelligent. The king and queen ordered every spindle across the kingdom to be destroyed, and they never told Rose of the curse. On the morning of her 15th birthday, Rose woke early. She wandered through the halls and gardens until she felt curiously drawn in one direction. She came to an old tower that had never been seen before. Rose climbed the winding staircase and opened a little door. In a small room sat an old woman with a spindle, busily spinning wool. "What are you doing?" asked the princess. "I'm spinning wool. Would you like to try?" asked the old woman. The princess had hardly begun when she pricked her finger. At that moment, she fell into a deep sleep. The old woman was in fact the 13th fairy. The king and queen burst into the room, but it was too late. The king and queen laid their daughter in a beautiful chamber at the top of the castle. Not wanting to live without her, they asked the 12th fairy to put them to sleep too. The whole castle soon fell into a deep slumber. A thick hedge of roses grew around the castle until it was completely hidden from the outside world. The legend of the Sleeping Beauty spread across the land. People from all over the world tried to reach the castle to wake her with their kiss, but the vicious rose thorns kept them away. Until after 100 years had passed, a prince came to the castle. He rode through the roses, which seemed to part like magic before him. He walked through the sleeping castle, passing servants and dogs resting in the halls, until he came to the chamber where Rose slept. The prince thought Rose was the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. He gently kissed her and she woke up. They fell in love at first sight. The curse was lifted and the castle woke up around them. The prince and Rose were married and they lived happily ever after.